Nature is imagination itself. Let us not reimagine it, but begin to imagine anew, with nature as our co-conspirator, our partner, our comrade, our guide. In Ways of Being, writer and artist James Bridle explores the intersection of technology, artificial intelligence, and the natural world, envisioning a future where nature, humans, and technology work collaboratively. Bridle discusses the technology, such as AI and machine learning algorithms, implemented by global corporations across the oil and gas sector to make strategic decisions and optimize oil and gas production. Those decisions include extracting every last drop of oil from under the earth, with full awareness of the irreparable damage it will do to the planet, ourselves and our societies, and everything and everyone we share the planet with. This is what happens when artificial intelligence is applied to the earth itself. This AI, being implemented in the form of machines, is based on ourselves and is a type of corporate intelligence developed by tech companies seeking profit and ignoring the different forms AI could be. What would it mean to build artificial intelligences and other machines that were more like octopuses, more like fungi, or more like forests? What would it mean to us and for us to live among them? And how would doing so bring us closer to the natural world, to the earth which our technology has sundered and sundered us from? We must learn to live with the world, rather than seek to dominate it. Nature and biology have been recurring themes throughout my work. My project, Artificial Nature, is an exploration of artificial structures formed by technology and embedded into natural living systems. The idea originated from thinking about what is considered natural nature. Naturally occurring nature is rare. Most nature, such as plants, is impacted by humans in some way, whether it's purposefully planted and made by humans, destroyed, damaged, or modified in some way. It could be considered artificial to some extent. Looking into the future, I can only see this happening more as a way to make amends to the planet and the damage we cause. Mary Lemprez is an industrial designer who has developed a biocement structure that mimics naturally occurring oyster reefs that tackle coastal flooding, filter seawater, and prompt biodiversity in marine environments. The structure is designed to promote the growth of corals due to the decline in natural coral growth due to climate change and pollution. The structure is called a reef rocket and consists of modules which are placed underwater to mimic coastal oyster reefs. They can filter algae from the seawater and provide a sanctuary for other marine life. The modules are composed of a plant-based substrate that grows to form cement. A bio-based, non-toxic solution was mixed with an aggregate of crushed glass and oyster shells to create the substrate, which grows to form natural concrete. The reef rocket is a form of biomimicry which emulates natural systems and models to address complex human issues. It focuses more on the function of a design by mimicking natural systems. The Biomimicry Institute describes the field of biomimetics as the study and emulation of functional strategies to create sustainable solutions that also embody the reconnect and ethos elements. Artificial nature is exploring the state of nature and what it might look like in the future in a world where technology is more advanced. It is imagining an alternative future where artificial objects and systems are formed by technology and embedded into living systems. The film explores the evolution of different structures and the organic growth that appears on them. This is created through CGI, which makes this reality and the sculptures within it feel real and tactile, while trying to immerse the viewer within this digital environment. Future Deluxe's research project, Your System is a Garden Too, is a generative, anti-interactive, real-time audio-visual ecology created in collaboration with Audio Studio Antfood and Technology Studio artists and engineers. The project was created for the Digital Impact exhibition, which explored the current state of digital art and design whilst offering insight into the possibilities in the future. The installation immerses the viewer in a digital environment through technology and new media art. It is an anti-interactive installation, encouraging the visitors to be patient while still allowing them to participate in mindfulness and attention. When entering the space, visitors become linked to the system. The garden is sensitive to motion, The presence and calmness of the visitors stimulate growth, but it will diminish if careless. The installation invites visitors to reflect on their role within larger systems, digital or natural, and gain an understanding of the growth and development that evolves from respecting non-human intelligences. It's about taking a step back and realising that we're not the centre of the universe. The garden is shy, but in that shyness it teaches a valuable lesson about our place within the grand scheme of things. You are not the main event. Technology is advancing, and because of this, it's becoming more apparent in the art and design industry. Digital media is fast becoming the primary medium for making, displaying, and curating work. In addition to this, many other forms of technology are being utilised to make artwork. This is known as new media art, which uses mediums such as virtual reality, augmented reality, generative systems, and interactive installations to create work. These are all being explored by studios as a way to create new experiences, engage audiences in new ways. Future Research, a think tank within Future Deluxe, conducts many research projects experimenting with these technologies and processes, which can then be implemented into commercial projects. Their project, Emergence, a Forever Collaboration, is a joint project with Tendril Studio, exploring the technological advancements and digital tools available to us in the art and design world. Together, they explored the vast potential these tools may have and combined different digital techniques like AI-based real-time collages and high-end CG and simulation to create emergent artistic expressions virtually. I see my own work as a stepping stone to exploring different technologies in the future. My work explores nature and biology through different virtual realities and sculptures, which serve as a foundation to be explored further through deeper design research processes. 3D and motion design are fundamental skills that have opened the way for me to explore new technologies and develop my work further. My interest in 3D evolved from my fascination with the aesthetic of the medium and how something can be incredibly abstract yet still feel real and tactile. It is an incredibly powerful tool of visualization which can bring anything to life. The global collective of digital artists, Hyperfuturism, utilizes 3D tools as their primary medium to visualize, communicate, and bring concepts to life. Similar to my own work, the collective creates narratives and explores future and alternative realities to create new perspectives. Lena Charovay is an artist who is part of the collective and researches new life forms through her practice. She is interested in collaborating with scientists and is heavily influenced by biodesign and material ecology. In her work on screen, she is researching microorganisms that are around us on every surface, yet cannot be seen. This work explores the potential of artists using and working with science to create new directions for aesthetics. Science and nature are quickly becoming areas of interest to explore through visual research and create new directions which can be applied to different projects to engage audiences and visualize narratives. In my second self-initiated project, Spatial Networks, I research spatial networks as evolving motion sculptures which act as a visual metaphor for our reality. Rewiring the Spy by Lisa Strasfield, James Nixiers and Pentagram was an illustration for a 2006 New York Times article discussing the challenge of analysing and interpreting information about terrorism. The article was illustrated by keywords such as information and events being connected by links. The network was synced with a database, in this case the internet, and the links would become stronger in frequency with the words connections with the database. The network can be rotated in 3D space to create new perspectives and viewpoints. My research looked at the intricate structure of spatial networks and reimagined these as dynamic sculptures to explore new forms and ways of visualizing our world as a system. The concept evolved from researching molecular structures and then expanding on this by looking at other spatial structures. The film takes the viewer through a narrative of sculptures based on different types of spatial networks to try and open new perspectives of how our world is seen. The sculptures constantly grow and evolve, just like our world is, but through this process, connections are lost and made. The new connections represent the global advancements in technology and science. But the connections lost are symbolic of our disconnect with nature and our planet. The internal research projects created by MediaWork were my main source of inspiration for this project. Through these projects, the studio explores different subjects, visual styles, and ways of communicating concepts to audiences. In their project Connections, the studio explored collaboration of people as a connective tissue of our social dimension and a power that creates a special space filled with curiosity, openness, and inspiration. The film takes the viewer through a series of stories exploring different concepts such as the transfer of knowledge. This is explored visually through animated shapes combining, merging, and transferring attributes such as colour. Connections is a film which visually presents information and knowledge while representing reality. This is a characteristic shared with my own work. I see the purpose of my own practice as a way to visualize information from different subjects of interest, such as nature, and explore this visually to create new perspectives and different means of visual communication. While doing this, not only can reality be represented through the work, but hyperreality and alternative realities can be captured too. Information that is interpreted visually can be reimagined to create new perspectives. Nature is a constant source of inspiration. Imagining new perspectives can change how we view our world. Nature is imagination itself. Let us not reimagine it, but begin to imagine anew.